closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you
As
know.
I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will. Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
E fala galera, Ferreira aqui, estamos aqui com mais um vídeo trazendo pra vocês BioShock Infinite DLC capítulo 1. Vamos jogar nessa timeline, né, nesse multiverso, no nosso querido, essa querida Rapture.
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Red means stop, green means go. This is the rule all little girls know.
Compromise? Is that why we came to
Rapture nessa época de ouro.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites. Yes, yes.
Essa roupa da Elizabeth é muito mais bonita do que a do outro. Oh, um Big Daddy. Esse é o do gordinho. Não sei porque ela tá correndo.
Funny.
What?
You're not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Esses poderes de teleporte eu acho muito esquisito.
I went through basic, decent sort.
O de teleporte eu acho estranho. O de fogo, eletricidade, esse eu acho legal.
We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Então vamos lá.
What brought you to Rapture?
A man
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no...
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Welcome.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon... Excuse me, sir.
That's a lot of fine
Cohen
talk
sends
about a
those masks
stolen
out in
ring.
some kind of box.
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Village.
Damn.
Did you think we
Must be
wouldn't
somewhere
notice?
else.
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
You come into my shop and talk this trash? I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp, or I'll see to it they hit you.
Get
You-
your hands off me!
Hmm.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the Artist Struggle or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Essa parte aqui é meio boring. Mas esse DLC é curto, então...
You see that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Gotta find that box.
Music does something to me. Especially something in this business. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us is for thought, for logic, purely sensual.
The finest music,
Nothing.
us.
Well, only one place
That we
left.
never knew existed.
Yes.
Can you I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Vamos para a próxima loja.
Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I
Where's
don't
he
want to
hiding
open my
that
mouth
box?
for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Fuck.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh,
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
you
struggle of the great man.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time
Vambora.
the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Só que era o quê? Pra tentar dar um jump scare?
Dance, dance, move!
Só pra avisar, galera, esse DLC eu não vi, tá? Então, tipo, eu tô jogando pela primeira vez.
To the music, to the spirit of the eternal. No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! The stick! For God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in rapture anymore for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? My. This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, ladies?
Need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You're more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cohen, you son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt,
What?
dance with me.
Come, come, dance!
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
for 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look,
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
but it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. Alright, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
Don't get too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's
E
Booker.
chegamos.
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Beleza, estamos em Rapture dividida, né? Essa é a parte os amaldiçoados, né? Eu tô com Kiss Devil e Control Machine.
Look up there.
O que é pra eu ver, minha querida?
Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Could be handy.
A skyhook.
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Huh. Constants and variables.
Constance and what?
Never mind.
Goddamn grabber stuck.
Mr. DeWitt! Someone's coming!
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
Washed up!
I'm not ready. Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know? I've never heard of birds that didn't like seeds. What's the matter with you? Do you think it's poison?
Where'd you go? Out. Out.
See him?
Think I'm some kind of idiot? I see what you've been up to! Turn my call!
Ammo! Take it!
Ah, obrigado, meu amor.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive.
Não, é pra lá. Aqui é pra comprar os upgrades. Ammunition. Vamos lá.
Mr. DeWitt, look. An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
Não, tô ocupado. O que foi?
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Yeah, our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class...
Já tem coisa.
What am I selling? Say insurance.
Ryan, you bastard.
De novo sem legenda.
Sure. I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine into a prison. 10 days. Big rush. Everything slapdash. right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded
Look up
by
there.
maniacs. I haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here.
Esse que é o ruim do jogo, pessoal. Ele tá sem
Did you take a look at
legenda.
this lock?
Okay,
Os áudios. É agora.
all yours.
Achei que no DLCs não tá normal, mas não tá. Matou amigano.
A rapture reminder. Wanting an item from the service is forgivable. Buying
Don't expect coddling from me.
stay on the level. And
Are you some fickle child who won't relinquish your
Primeiro escudo.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Merda.
Put on your rubbers. Don't want to catch cold.
Ah, de ficar bêbado logo, cara.
What's your secret, Donnie? Why are you always number one and I'm always pulling up the bottom?
Find something soon. You need
worst kind of parasite. Old empty vessel.
ammo, Mr. DeWitt. Catch!
what is the greatest lie ever produced? What is no.
I haven't found anything.
O corpinho veio rolando.
Not done here. Ah,
Valeu, querida. Aqui eles nem tinham começado a ficar deformados ainda. É bem o comecinho de toda a treta. Que pai, né?
Wallet a little light? At Surgical Savings, we'll happily work out an affordable payment plan for any major procedure. Potentially terminal illnesses won't wait.
I'm a legend, you hear?
DeWitt, ammo! What's happened to these people? They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first
É o
spy.
vício.
From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who'll hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
It would be the first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. Once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her Adam, they cut a less sympathetic figure. Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with
A jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with shock jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
No. Let's talk money!
Freezing in here.
That cold isn't just coming from the ice rink.
Nossa, tipo, tá muito fácil matar os bichos aqui com o Red.
Looks like the plasma department is back that way. I'm sure we'd find something useful there.
Olha lá. Não tem corpos pra cá. Nossa, eu já ultrapassei o tempo. Galera, eu vou finalizar o vídeo por aqui, beleza? Já sabe o protocolo, se não são inscritos no canal, se inscreva. Se gostaram do vídeo, deixe seu like favorito. Ajuda pra caramba na divulgação do canal. Não se esqueça de assinar o sininho pra receber todas as notificações do canal. É isso aí, fica assistindo por aqui. Beleza, um abraço, valeu e eu fui.